Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor with the Internal Revenue Service. Welcome to my YouTube station. Today I'm going to tell you the keys in dealing with IRS back taxes and the important things you need to know. I worked at IRS for 10 years. I've been in private practice for 40. I'm a national expert in IRS resolution matters. Many of you have come to me because you've seen me on the news. I am a regular on some of the news stations for my commentary, and you can see those interviews, and more important, my team at 777irs.com. I have a whole team of former IRS agents and attorneys and all that, and we just do a really good job. I do these videos for 3 reasons: so you get informed, so you know the truth, you don't get ripped off, and you can make a decision on what you need to do with maybe a pending case. A lot of people on YouTube like to do this yourself, and others like to find out if they want to hire someone. So I try to make these videos really for both people. If you owe back taxes, there are certain keys that you have to know to have success in dealing with Internal Revenue Service. And I want to just go over those. Everything just takes 5 minutes, so just stay tuned. It's going to be kind of a rocket ship going through this. If you want to make a payment online to IRS and just want to make a payment plan, you can do that. You can just go online to irs.gov and say make payments, and they will set you up for like 6 years, 5 years, 4 years, 3 years. Those are payments that IRS wants to make for you on a monthly basis. They look at your amount due, they look at the time over the period, and they'll assign an interest rate and failure to pay, which is statutory, and you can do this on your own if you want to. If you can't make payments, there are really there's 2 other options that you have. The first option is to call IRS and say, hey, I can't pay my taxes now, can you put me in a hardship? Before you get running off and doing that, know that if the case is with the service center, they're going to want a 433F financial statement. If it's with the revenue officer, they're going to want a 433A. The local field office is a lot more tougher on these. The big key that you have to understand is IRS is just zeroing down and drilling down on 2 things. They want to know what your assets are, whether you can liquidate them, whether you have loan value, and then more importantly, they want to know how much you're spending on a monthly basis. IRS has something that's called the IRS National Standards. That National Standard Program is something you need to be aware of. What I would do is I would Google 4 things, and you'll understand what the IRS National Standards is. The first is IRS National Standard for food and clothing. IRS will affix a certain amount that they're going to allow you. The second thing they're going to look at is housing and utilities. You will drill down on your state, you will drill down on your county, and you'll see how many people are in that family, and you will understand how much IRS is going to allow you to live on for housing and utilities. IRS will affix a certain amount you can spend for your car payment, and IRS will affix a certain standard that they'll allow you for car operation. Once you understand the national expenses, IRS will probably allow a lot of the rest, except for certain things like credit cards and things like that. They'll allow like court-ordered payment, a student loan. There's some things they allow and do not allow. So if you owe back taxes, the key to solving your problem in your case in the most profitable situations for you is to understand what IRS allows and what they don't allow. Where many people get tripped up, because I used to take these, and remember, I've worked thousands of cases, they don't understand the national standards and they get duped for a couple $1,000 payment a month. You must know that. If you think you don't make a lot of money and you're really not going to have a problem, call them yourselves if you don't have much. If you think it's going to be muddy and you got a pit in your stomach, that's when you need to hire someone. That's the determining factors on how to do that. 2 things you want to be cognizant of always is make sure all your returns are filed, and in the year we're in, let's say we're in 2023 now, you'll want to make sure your withholding is up to date and you're making estimate tax payments. That's how you have success with IRS. If you owe a lot of money, you have no business doing this yourself. I'm just telling you this as a former IRS agent. You can call me if you want. I'll give you a free consultation. At least give me a subscription today. I gave you all the information that I could. We float on subscriptions because YouTube says they're important. So if they're important to YouTube, apparently They're important to me. Thank you very much.